Hi, boys and girls. Today we are going to be reading The Gingerbread Man and the Leprechaun, Loose at School, by Laura Murray and illustrated by Mike Lowry. On Monday in March, the mischief began. Hee-hee from the wee little man. We heard a sly laugh as he raced down the hall. Then he paused by the door with a wink and a call. Fo fiddly fee, you can't catch me, for I'm on a leprechaun making spree. I'm crafty and keen, I'm nimble and quick. I love to make mischief and play a good trick. We rushed down the hall. He was nowhere in sight, but some tiny green shamrocks trailed off to the right. It seems that our school has an unwanted guest, a magical mischief leprechaun pest. We quietly tiptoed our way down the hall, then spied a small message taped to the wall. The woodwinds, the strings, percussion, and brass are all turned topsy-turvy, awaiting in your class. Music, I whispered. The band room this way. But when we arrived, we all stared in dismay. The sheets were scattered, the tubas were tipped, the trumpets, violas, flutes were all flipped. And there on the board was another green note. I grabbed it and read it out, his rascally quote. Fo fiddly fee, you can't catch me, for I'm as clever can be. The musical message, just the first one. It's rollicking, frolicking leprechaun fun. Let's tidy up this room, then plan what we do before he comes back and makes mess number 2. After lunchtime, we'll work on a trap. Someone must capture that cheeky chap. I slipped from the lunch line and went for a stroll to prowl the hallways on prankster patrol. I'll search through the school as fast as I can. I can catch him. I'm the Gingerbread Man. I spotted more shamrocks and then heard a new noise. I pushed on the door with a sign that said boys. The place was a mess. Then I yelled with a blush, where are your manners? Remember to flush. I glanced in the mirror, then spied a green note. I quickly retrieved it and read what he had wrote. Fo fiddly fee, you can't catch me, for I'm as sneaky can be. I placed all the books in my favorite shape and planned a few hijinks before my escape. He's loose in the library, that's not good. He won't treat the books the way that they should. I'm on the case as I ran. I can catch him, I'm the Gingerbread Man. The books were all stacked in a rainbow display. They teetered and tottered and started to sway. Down they all came as in an avalanche slide. They toppled so fast I had no time to hide. Then under the pile I startled to find something important that he had left behind. Beside his green note was a little lost hat. I bet he might be looking for that. I sprang from the books and I grabbed his hat too. Then I opened the message to read his next clue. Fo fiddly fee, you can't catch me, for I'm as tricky can be. The lunchroom, the classroom, which place should I go? Or how about a house made of gingerbread dough? My classroom, my house, I must get there first. I sped down the hall in a super fast burst. I'm on the mission, I've got a plan. I can catch him, I'm the Gingerbread Man. I reached the door quickly, no sign of the elf, so I gathered some supplies from a low closet shelf. I grabbed all the pencils, the ruler, and glue. Then I found toilet tissue and pulled it down too. I set up my trap and I heard a small giggle. I peered out our door and saw the knob jiggle. Fo fiddly, ha ha, hee hee. Is that a magical hat that I see? With a glint in his eye, he skipped in the door, not noticing the glue that was spread on the floor. Slipping and sliding, his arms whirled around as he log-rolled on the pencils and laid out on the ground. He landed on top of the measuring stick, the ruler popped up and gave him a flick. He slid down the mountain of soft tissue roll, but his shoes were so sticky it stuck to his soles. Flipping and flopping, he spun around and around, then wrapping like a mummy, he rolled to the ground. The trap did the trick, I pulled off my plan. Hello, Leprechaun, I'm the Gingerbread Man. Fo fiddly fee, oh my, oh me, this is a bind that I didn't foresee. I am happy to help you, but first you must say you'll fix up the mess you've left here today. Okay, little cookie, so crafty and keen, just hand me my hat and I promise to clean. That's quite a good trick, but I'm smarter than that. Must you first do it, and then I'll give you my hat. Oh, you're pretty clever as me. He winked and said, your school may be mess-free. With a pop and a crackle and a shimmering green, the mess disappeared and the classroom was clean. So I pulled on the tissue and spun him around. Then he sprang to his hat, and with a leap and a bound, he sang out, I'm free! My classmates came in. Then he did a quick jig with a wave and a grin. It's time to be going. My mischief is done. But I'll visit next March with more leprechaun fun. I'm up for the challenge. We will have a new plan. Bring it on, Leprechaun. I'm the Gingerbread Man.